Well, this is a pretty different type of story I'm going to go over here. It's actually about a Navy SEAL who was 20 years as a Navy SEAL. He has changed into a woman, and actually this kind of coincides with something that's going on today, which I think is, you know, quite a coincidence. And that's the fact that they've now allowed women to be in combat roles. So, here's you got a big story with former Navy SEAL. His name is Chris, and he went to Kristen, Chris Beck. He's now Kristen Beck, and after 20 years of being a Navy SEAL, he's decided to be a woman. Now, if you want to get into conspiracy 101, you could possibly think the government made him think this or something, or whatever the hell they're doing, or they got these things. I heard they got high tech stuff to plant thoughts in your head and stuff, but I don't know. I have no idea. It is kind of weird because of if he was going to be a woman, why did he decide to be a woman after 20 years of being a SEAL? Why didn't he be thinking that when he was like 10 years old, 12 years old, and all that type of stuff? Anyway, the one thing I could say though is like somebody like this guy, I would find it more plausible or believable. This is Marcus Bachmann, the husband of Michelle Bachmann, and this guy I could think is possibly gay because of the way he talks and all this type of stuff, and he's a Christian that's extremely anti-gay. But I don't know about this guy, man. But somebody like this wouldn't surprise me. But a Navy SEAL that was a SEAL for 20 years, that does surprise me very much. Now I want to relate a little story here, and this is actually a Japanese robot. But I'm going to get into something with this in a minute, though. But I'm going to relate a little story here, and it's something that a woman told me this, and well, I knew her quite well. This is a long time ago, though. This is actually about, I don't know, I guess 20 years ago. I knew her very well. She was a manager, or like a supervisor in on a base, right? In military base, and she was a government worker, and she was annoyed at one thing that in particular, because she used to have to go to these meetings or like conferences or whatever the hell it is, training sessions about how to make it in a man's world as a woman. And the one that was actually teaching the class to the woman was formerly a man. She was a man. It was a transgender woman. It was a woman that used to be a man. Now the other thing was weird too. She was teaching a woman how to make it in a man's world as a woman, and she used to be a man. Now her pay grade thing, whatever it was, like in the government they have these grades. They'll call it like GS 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know. I think it goes up to 15 or something. Then they got another set of grades after that. It's some other GS. It's not GS. It's something else. Then they have something after that, and what she was after the GS grades and the one set of grades after that. She or he, whatever it was an SES, and she was the direct assistant to the general on the base. So tell me, that's really kind of weird, huh? So I don't know why the hell she was being told to go around telling a woman how to make it in a man's world as a woman when she was a man and became a woman. You know what I mean? So that's really weird. So the other thing is I was kind of wondering is with this guy, is he a victim of some kind of a governmental experiment? I have no idea. But to tell you the truth, with all the operations they got today, and all the plastic surgery and stuff, he probably would be a woman after enough operations. Because actually in Japan and in Korea, a lot of women are undergoing a lot of operations, like especially like in Seoul, Korea. They'll like undergo like thinning of their nose, like they'll do jawbone surgery for their chin, their eyelids, and all this type of stuff. And actually, what you got is just a plastic bitch. That's the way I look at it. So, what's probably going to go to is something. The next step is like something like this Japanese invention here. This is a Japanese robot, and probably what's going to happen in the future is that, it's a long stretch right now, but the way technology is going, I think they're going to have robot sex workers. That's what I think they're going to have. And, the legality of it and the STDs aren't going to be a problem and all this other type of stuff. And as the tech actually gets super good, what the hell is it's just going to be? That's what's going to happen. Because right today you got human women that are getting so much plastic surgery, that they're practically halfway robot plastic anyway. So if you got a bag of silicone boob, you got a chin that's made out of silicone, you got eyelids made out of some other stuff. So it's a robot anyway with a half a brain inside. So it's just going to go to the next step, and we're going to have robots. But it's anybody's guess what happened here with this guy, because I kind of wonder, if the person wanted to be a woman from like when they're 8 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, that makes more sense. Not that it makes sense to the average person, but it makes more sense that that's how they were all the while. What made him decide that, when he was a Navy SEAL for 20 years, I don't think he was thinking about, oh, I want to be a woman. Something made him want to do this, and I'm kind of wondering, is that something to do to the government secret project or something? They got all kinds of weird stuff out there that a lot of people just wouldn't believe is out there, that they can actually implant thoughts in your head. So, that's just my conspiracy on that, but it could be. But the way things are going with all this plastic surgery and robots, who the hell knows what a man and a woman is anymore, right? They're going to be, pretty soon, we're going to have test tubes raising all the freaking humans. So that's what's going to go on.